So what do you do after the opening? Almost every opening just has a few pieces that are part of the particular opening. Each two or three pieces has an opening, and really you keep doing your opening until you see something you can do. And so once you get your opening done, you look for a weakness. So this would be similar to the Caro-Kann for black, but there's, an extra piece there. So I don't see anything, I don't see any weaknesses or things that I can take or advantages that I have at this time. So I'm going to keep getting all the pieces out, and that's good enough. Get the pieces out, and nothing yet that I see that I could exploit or cause trouble with. So he moves his knight back. You should never move your pieces twice on the opening. So I don't see any reason not to castle on the short side. Let's see, are there any weaknesses? Anything I can take? I could take that pawn with my knight. That wouldn't be any good. It just trade. I can't go there. I could take that, but there's two pieces on that pawn, so nothing good for me. So let me go ahead and and castle. And if you don't see anything good to do, you can start pushing pawns, and that's what my opponent is doing, is pushing pawns. My opponent is Chess Titans, which is a free program you can get if you have an old copy of Windows 7. Now, he pushed a pawn forward too, and I have a pawn in his his fourth row. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my fifth row. And so what that means is I can take en passant. Is there an advantage for me to take en passant? I believe so, because it takes a pawn and it really starts the game rolling. Now, it is going to create an open corridor right in front of my king. Well, maybe not. He took with his knight. Okay, is there anything else I can do? Yes, I can advance my knight to the fifth row right now. Okay, look at this. So, oh, he put his, that was not a good move. Okay, so that was a beginner move. He shouldn't have done that, because now I can put my knight right there, and I can fork the king and the rook, and I can get the rook for free, possibly. Even if I have to lose my knight, I still lose a 3-point piece for a 5-point piece. Always a good thing. So it's going to go here. I don't see a reason to take it. I'll let him take it, and I'll reposition my bishop. I think I'll like that a lot better. So I'm going to get my knight out, and now that I'm ahead, I could just start trading, except I value my knights more than I value bishops. He did not take this. He did, you know what? If I take this bishop, then I'll probably get a free pawn. Let's go ahead and take this bishop. No, the queen's going to take it. I didn't see that. Well, that's fine. We'll go here. And so he goes there. So I could possibly get something free here. If I put my queen here, and then I can put my bishop here, I do get a free pawn. And now, if he doesn't watch his business, I'm going to be able to have a free queen. So that's exactly right. Well, no, if I go here, it'll be discovered check, but he can just move his queen there, and then he can take it. If I move here, let's see. If I move here, it'll be discovered check, and I'll be after his queen. I think this will do it if I move here. Oh, he put his knight up. No, I still get the queen. Okay. And I almost didn't take it. But this is what you do after the opening moves. You start moving your pieces and looking for weaknesses and things you can take advantage of. And so now it's definitely just a time for me to start taking pieces. I'm going to move my queen here with the idea of moving it back here. So if I move my queen back here, then I can get this pawn probably. If he hadn't moved his bishop there, I could have moved his king out of the way and gone and taken that rook. I don't see anything better. So I'm going to go ahead and put my queen here, and I should be able to get this pawn. So he goes to threaten something, not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and take this pawn. If he doesn't do something, I'll get this knight. He took my pawn with his knight, and so I could just kind of panic a little bit, or I could, if I take his knight here, It's going to put him in check. Gives me a free move. Actually, he took my bishop, didn't he? Never mind. Anyway, so I can go ahead and take his knight, put him in check. He has to move out of the way without threatening me, as far as I know. And now I'm going to go ahead and take his knight. So I got a free pawn. So I'm way ahead, which I really like. And he's going to go threaten it. That would be a free knight if I didn't do something. So we can either let it go ahead and trade. We can just put my rook here and let this trade. Not a problem. We didn't do it anyway. Oh, he's up there to protect that pawn. All right. So he's going to threaten. So he's threatening my pawn, but there's no reason I can't move it out of the way. If he had this somewhere else, he could take a pawn, and then my pawn would be trapped. I'm going to watch out for that. But as it is, I can go here, and I think that I can fork the king and the rook. But it's protected from my knight. And so, right, so now I can go take this rook. I could take a bunch of things. But obviously the highest point piece is here. So this is just an example of the wonderful things that you can do when, I guess, he's basically giving up, which is fine. All right, so now all I have to do is contain the king and see which way he goes on the check. He went that way. Okay, so he's going hopefully for a stalemate, which, I might do the same thing. All right, so now I don't think he has a way to dip down into stalemate territory. So now if I just walk up or ladder up, I recommend you keep the king in check while you're doing this. And so here we go. And we have checkmate. All right, so that was an example of what you can do, after the move. So now that I'm warmed up, hopefully, let's do a couple of live games. And so I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to play a 10-minute game. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm down to 903 right now, and my opponent is 832. I get the first move. I like the king's pawn out first. He brings out his... okay, so this is... I can't remember the name of this opening, but it is a respected opening. So he has a way to go here. I'm going to go ahead and go here because I want to get my knight out, but I don't want his bishop to come and cause me trouble. He's thinking. All right, so that's that. I don't see a reason to just keep doing my regular opening, which is getting everything out that I can. Although that is a weakened pawn right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this bishop out. I'm going after that pawn if I can. He hasn't moved this pawn up. Oh, he moves this up. Oh, you know what? I may have just lost a bishop. If he does what he should do, I will have lost my bishop. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. Oh, well, he did that, though. That's fine. That's fine. So now I have to move this out of the way. I'll do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and move my knight up. I still may lose my bishop. But no, actually, I won't. Okay, so he did that. So I'm going to move my knight here, and so if he doesn't do anything, then I will get to go right there, and I will fork his queen and his rook. So this is what you do after the opening. You find something you can do, something that you can take advantage of. So he hasn't moved anything yet. And still my turn. So he's thinking, I'm thinking, moving along here. It's thinking a long time. So where's he at? He's in Brazil. Okay. So I don't know why he's thinking so long. All right, so that's good. He apparently saw what I was going to do, and so he moved a pawn up. Now I could go ahead and we'll just go ahead and take with that pawn, threatening his knight. He'll have to boot it out of the way. He put this knight up. Huh. Well, that's funny. That's funny. So now I can go ahead and let's see. I could probably, I'm not sure what to do. I want to take this pawn. So I'm going to go ahead and move this pawn up to protect my knight, because his next move really should be this this pawn here. But if he doesn't do that, I think I may have a way to go ahead and cause more trouble. Well, he moved that knight up, which is what he should do. So I'm going to go ahead and castle. He hasn't kicked my knight out of the way. Oh, now he's going to kick my knight. Okay, so that means I have to get my knight out of the way, and so I will do that. So I'll get my knight back over here. So my little plan didn't work very well, but that's okay. That's all right. That was still fun. So he goes here. He's really protecting that area now. So I can go ahead and I can pin his knight against the king. And if he doesn't do anything about that, I'll be able to fork his king and his rook. But he's been watching, he's watching pretty close now. So that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this piece out here. And I think I'll go ahead and threaten his knight. If I can get another piece on that knight, which would be really awesome, then I could cause trouble for him. We'll see if I can do that in a decent way. This pawn here is still underprotected. Not anymore. You castle, which you should have done. All right, and now there's really nothing keeping him from doing this. And so I really still, I can go ahead and go here. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. I just gave away a knight if he sees it. I was not thinking. Well, so he got my knight. How frustrating is that? And he's going to get my bishop if I'm not careful. So now I am down a piece. He is 3 points up. I am not. So I made a mistake there. So when you are moving, what you do after the opening moves, be sure that you don't make a mistake like that. And that's really common. So he's thinking, he only, he's got 7:06. I've got 8:10 left out of the 10 minutes. All right, so he goes there. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm willing to. So he's going to do that. So I'm going to go here. Oh, I just lost another piece. No, I really didn't. I did. I lost another piece. That's sad. Yeah, that's frustrating. So I'm not playing very good. I made all these errors. So now I'm going to have to see if I can go do something over here with his this pawn over here or something. I've got to do something to resurrect this game. He's 5 points ahead now because of my own errors. Now there is a free pawn. Well, he's going to take that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this pawn, and he should take it with his knight. And now look at that. His queen has a direct line to this pawn right here. Not good. All right. He still has his green bishop, his dark squared bishop. I said green, that's green squares. His dark squared bishop, and he has a rook and a queen, so it's easy for him to put me in checkmate over here on the short side castle because, okay, so he moved his, okay, he didn't take it. That's ridiculous. Okay, great. So I have a group of pawns here that I can start advancing. I think I'll do that and see what kind of trouble I can cause. If he moves this bishop here, I'm going to have to move this pawn up here. See what he's going to do. He's still thinking. He's down to 5.5 minutes. I've got 7.5. So I may win on time. I wouldn't be opposed to that at this level. Oh my goodness. So the point of this is what do you do? So get your opening down. The thing is you're going to do the opening, one of the openings that are, recommended, etc. in the literature. And once you get that opening done, okay, move says, oh, he did that. Okay, so we're going to move this. We're going to move this right here because we don't want him to do that. Now, do I have anything I can do? Okay, so he's going to go there. That is a problem, but that's okay. We are going to go here, and I think we can do that and be protected. So I'm threatening his bishop. He's going to have to move it out of the way. He has so many pieces down here, there's a lot of things he could do to cause me trouble. But if I can trade a couple of important pieces for these pawns, I'll be very happy. Alright, so he did that. Okay, so now I can go here, I believe, and that is free. Can I do anything with my knight? Not at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. And then I'm just going to keep going with these pawns as far as I can. So he's threatening my queen. So I got to be careful here. All right, I think I can move here. Then he can actually he can cause trouble for me there. So where else could I move? I want to keep these pawns happy. Really happy. So I forgot where my queen was. If you forget where your queen was, move it way over. If you just move it someplace random, you might move wrong. So if I move here, he can fork me with his knight. So I am going to deny that and move here and see what I can do. Depends on what he does. I'll probably move this pawn up here and see if I can move that pawn up there, and so I'll be still protected to a degree. I don't know what he's going to let me do. He's got 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I've got 6:12, so he's down to 3:36. He's taking longer. Generally, taking longer works better, so you should take a little time. Okay, he's gone down here to threaten that pawn and my knight at the same time. So I will go here. Oh no, that is not good. So what can I do? Wow. See, that is a very good move on his part. What can I, oh no, it is protected. So I can go here. All right, I'm going to go there. If he takes my knight, I'll take. And again, this is what you do after your opening. The game's always going to look different. The amount of different possibilities there are in a game are just insane. If you would move his queen over, I could fork his queen and his rook. Nothing like that happening right now. Okay, so he moves his down here. I don't know what that's going to do. So it is a problem. If I go there, it doesn't accomplish anything. If he goes there, it doesn't accomplish anything. He can't go down, but if he moves his knight, his rook is protected by the knight and the bishop. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and protect that pawn. And so if I can see if I can get my pawns up there where I'd like them to be. And I'm not sure I want his knight anywhere else. If I kick his knight, it could go here or there, which would threaten my rook, and I have to move it somewhere. Not a lot of places I can move my rook. I'm in jeopardy there. I'd have to trade. Well, he did that. Huh. Okay. So what's going to happen now? I'm going to take his knight. He did that. Okay. So he did that. So what can I do with this? You know, pretty much everything I can do with my... so what can I do here? I can't go here. I can't go anywhere up here. So he can take my knight with his bishop. If I go here, he can take it. If I go there, that's the only place I can go. And I don't know, I may have just lost this game. I don't know. However, if I... No, that won't work. All right, so we'll just go here. It looks like I'm probably a goner. I think checkmate in one move. I think if he moves there, I think it'd be checkmate. Maybe not. Close. Well, not really, because, oh, he did that. So is that checkmate? It isn't. So I can go here. That's the only move I have. All right. He gave away his queen. Well, you know what? That's an error. That's one reason you just don't quit playing. Because people make errors. Yeah, that's fine. So we will go up here, and we'll put him, I think we can put him in. What happened? Oh, he put me in check. Well, look at that. Well, I'm just going to go here, because I don't think he can put me in check with anything. I can put him in checkmate just by putting my queen right there, because his king is, well, it's not like that anymore. All right, so I can put him in check anyway. Maybe not. All right, put him in check. All right, so I'm going to protect this pawn, and I'm going to either probably take his bishop, and so he is going to go for that. That's fine. So do I need to worry about that? I might need to worry about that. I don't know. So he's got 3 moves. I've got 1 move, and I get me a new queen. Why not? All right, so now I'm going to move down, and the next thing he moves, I'll either take that pawn or something. Oh, he's protecting it. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Good for him. I may end up trading a queen for a pawn. Isn't that terrible? All right, so we're going to put him in check. We're just going to keep putting him in check, see what we can get. All right, so that puts him there. I can go here, put him in check, and I can take his bishop. He has 22 seconds. 20 seconds. I get his bishop. I'll put him in check again. He has 5 seconds left. So I'll put him in check again. It's so, I'm going to take that pawn. Why not? It's irritating me. Okay, we're done. Okay, so that's an example of what you do after you get your opening done. So let's try another one. So I won that one, and it gave me 6 points, I think. I don't really know how the trophy thing works. I need to study more about chess.com, so I want to learn. So let's do another one. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to play, and we're going to do another 10-minute game and see how that goes. And this is, live chess. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. So be it. I really should have lost that last one, but he made an error. So always keep playing with your opponent and see. And so this is someone from Ireland. Okay. So he gets the first move. I move my king's pawn up. And you can see everything, right? Yeah, you can see everything. All right, so he's threatening my pawn. This is such a standard bunch of moves here. And I don't really like it, but it is what it is. So he goes there, and so I don't want to give my queen away. So I have to do something other than give the queen away. So I'm going to go ahead and move this pawn up so that I don't have to give my queen away, and I still can develop my bishops and my knights. Oh, look at that. So he goes here. So let's just go put him in check. Why not? If he doesn't threaten me, then I'll get my pawn out. All right, he is. He's going to put his bishop up. I could take his bishop, but I don't want to. I'm going to move it back, and I will continue to develop my knight because I want to move this pawn up. So he did. All right, I'm going to take it. Oh, there he did. Okay, super. I'm going to move this pawn up, which I wanted to do anyway. Okay, he's moving his knight up. There is a square here that I would love to take advantage of. I can castle on the long side, I'm going to go ahead and move my bishop up there, I think, and I'm going to threaten that knight, just for general principles. Look at that. So he's going to do that. I'm going to leave that like that while I go ahead and develop my pieces. Okay, so he's going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take the knight. And so now he could, if I put my queen up, he could threaten it, and I don't have a decent place for my... So I'm going to go ahead and castle on the short side. I have a pawn, not exactly beautiful, but that's okay. But now I can go here, and what kind of trouble can I cause? If I put my knight here, there is a free pawn there that he's either going to have to notice, or he's going to have to let me take. I love having my knight here. Let's look at all the things I can do. I can threaten this and this. Of course, that. I mean, you just get. I'm sorry, that one and that one, that one. I mean, the knight covers so many squares. Not that one, but the knight is just an amazing piece. He's thinking. I'm thinking. He's down to 809. Okay, so he's going to threaten my knight. There's really nothing. There's no point in me going there. I'll just end up losing my knight. So I'm going to go ahead and move it. Move it right down here. There's no better place that I'm going to move it than right there. No, there's three. He has that pawn. Okay, there we go. So he's going to probably go start causing trouble down here for my... So I'm going to go ahead and get this rook over here and start advancing this pawn. I could have advanced this pawn. There he goes. Okay, so he's going to go here or there, and I could advance this pawn up and deny him those squares. I'm tempted to do that, because if he goes there, I think I will. I'm going to move here so he can't go there, so he can't put his knight to this spot. But that weakens my king's area quite a bit. And really, his bishop is troubled here because of those pawns. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So now he's got his pawns in a row. That's really cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start messing with this pawn structure. I assumed he would take en passant. Maybe that would have been a weakness on his part to do that. So we got a lot of locked up pawns. That's kind of fun. There's really nothing I can take. So he has both of his rooks looking at each other, so that's good. He's got his queen, can come down here and cause me some trouble. Not a lot, but she could cause me some trouble. She can come down here and trouble my knight. I mean, I got to keep in mind that that square can be seen by the queen. He's down to 7 minutes and 14 seconds. I've got 7 and 25 or 21. Oh, it's my turn. He moved his queen up. I didn't see it. Shoot. So I lost a few seconds. So he did go there. He did go there. Okay, so what can I do? Nothing right now. So I'm going to advance this pawn. So he has gone here. That threatens this. Really nothing much. Nothing much. I can't do anything with this pawn or that one. I can't kick him out of the way. So I'm just going to keep going here and see what I can do. If I can cause some trouble for his king, I will do that. Oh, put me in check. Oh, wow, look at that. All right, that's a thing. I didn't see that. I should have done whatever I had to do to get rid of that bishop. Okay, so he's gonna do that. So that will give him allow his rook to come and look at this spot here, and I don't like that at all. So what can I do about that? I don't see a lot. I can go and kick his queen. I think I'll do that. Let's kick his queen out of the way. He didn't see it. Lost his queen. I'm so sad. I'm not sad at all. I'm excited. This is what you do after the opening. You look for weaknesses, and you start moving your pieces, and you look for opportunities, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay, he took my pawn. So I don't see anything else but to take his pawn. All right. So his knight is still denied being able to come here. So now at this point, I'll just trade pieces unless I make a similar mistake, which I might. I'm at the same level he is. I'm at 909, he's at 904. So we're not. He has 5 minutes 13 seconds. I have 5 minutes 51 seconds. And still, I've really got my pieces kind of throttled here. Oh, he resigned. Okay, so I'm going to say he was a good sport, yes, and I'm going to type in good game. Yeah, I'll do that later. Anyway, I always type good game and thank you for playing. To me, it's just like an honor we get to play. And I know there's millions of games go on every day. I have no idea. So this is what you do after the opening. You start moving your pieces and you look for opportunities and weaknesses and threats, things you can take and things that you can't. So I want to serve you and help you see what you do and play lots of games. And when you get to the part past the opening, if you don't know what to do, start advancing some pawns on the side that you didn't castle on, or something like that. Well, let me know what you think in the comments and what else you would like to see. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much.